Do you have orphan blocks laying around that you just don't know what to do with, or need a last minute gift for someone that you love? If so, you're definitely in luck. I have a fun, easy project that's so simple and just takes minutes to complete. G'day, if you're new, my name is Sean from The Guy Who Sews, and I have a variety of different videos, and today we're going to show you how to turn an orphan block like this into a beautiful pillow cover that is quick and easy, no snaps, no zippers, no anything else required, and it should only take you about 10 to 20 minutes. So what other supplies needed to make this beautiful pillow cover? Well, thankfully not much. First up is going to be your standard supplies such as your sewing machine, ruler, fabric, thread, scissors or rotary cutter, cutting mat, that sort of thing there as well. Secondly, you'll need a pillow insert. A lot of times you can buy them at craft shops, or you may be able to just repurpose one that's already in your living room or your house. That's what I did with mine. You'll also need some fabric. First of all, you'll need to have an orphan block that is the same size as your current pillow. For mine example, I'm using an 18-inch pillow, so my block is 18 by 18 there. You can make it just a little bit smaller to make it more snug. I recommend doing it maybe half an inch smaller. If you have an orphan block that's a little too small, throw some borders around the edge. It'll look really nice, and it's nice to have a little bit of empty space or negative space at the top of these pillowcases because it tends to get sucked into the back otherwise. The backing fabric, you need to make it the same height as your pillowcase. So if your pillowcase is 18 inches by 18 inches, you'll need the other piece of fabric to be about 18 by 23. Your next step is going to be cut the backing fabric. So it's going to be the height of the pillow, which is 18 inches in my example, and then you're going to need the width of the pillow plus 5 inches. So since I have an 18 by 18 pillow, I did 18 high and then 23 across. I am then going to cut my fabric in the exact middle. This will actually give you a chance to overlap a little bit, which will come in very important later on. So I have measured it already, and I'm going to go cut it, and now I'm going to have two pieces that are exactly the same size. I flip one of my smaller pieces upside down so the right side is down, and then I'm going to fold back about 1/4 inch along the long seam on one side, and then fold over one more time, and then press this with my iron. These seams that you're making are actually going to be the center at the back. So if you have directional fabric, you're going to have to make sure that you do these on one on the left and one on the right so they actually match in the middle. Now that we have these freshly pressed, we got to go ahead and sew along this seam all the way down on both of them. You should now have a nice piece of fabric that has been sewn down with the seam on this side just like this. Believe it or not, I think the hard part is done and we're getting very close to the finish line. All we have to do is attach everything together, sew one or two seams, and we are all done. So you got to grab your front block and then also the back, one of the backs, and make sure you get the raw edge here, not the seam, and attach that to the side of your front, just like so. Split it around just to give you an idea. And then you just got to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance down the side, and repeat on the other side there as well. So now we have the front with the two pieces of backing on either side. You should have the seams on the very ends like so. If you haven't done that, you may have to pull out your seam ripper and redo it. All we have to do now is just do the final step and we are all done. So lay it out like so, so your front section is facing you right side up, and then pull each of the backing pieces over like so, and there will be a bit of overlap. You want it to have some overlap of maybe a couple of inches. Lay it out nice and smooth. Grab a couple of wonder clips. I usually put one up here near this seam, the end of this piece of fabric. Again here with the other piece that you probably can't see too well, and then do the same thing at the top and the bottom. This usually goes pretty quickly. And then from there, all we have left to do is sew along the top seam and down here at the bottom. So let's do that and we'll be able to see how it all looks. So now we're all done. It's time to flip it out, put the pillow in, and see how it all looks at the end. So this is my front and the back, and so we just got to flip them inside out. Now that it's right side out, we've seen the front and the back, and we are just going to stuff the pillow inside and then marvel and joy at what we just created. Once you do this a couple of times, it should only take you about 10-20 minutes. Let me know what you think of this. So this is the front and the back, and as you can see, the overlap really helps it like hide anything, and you don't need any snaps, you don't need any zippers or anything else. That's the beauty of this quick and easy project here as well. If you decide to make one of these, I would love it if you post pictures in your social media, tag the guy who sews, if you put it on Facebook, Instagram, or duck over to my Discord server and post photos there. Let me know if you've given this a try as well. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you found it helpful, please leave a comment and let me know. It always makes my day happy if I know I've actually helped someone out. And also check out some of my other tutorials if you're looking for some other last minute quick and easy gifts. The bowl cozy tutorials is a perfect example. I'll put a link to the video up there as well. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button, leave a comment, and I hope you all have a great, wonderful day. Happy holidays, and we'll see you all next time.